Let me get one for the big dogs.
They gave it to me.
Get that fucking beer out the way, man. Come on. What the
That's so unprofessional.
So unprofessional. They gave it to me.
What's going on, everybody? Today's episode, we got some big plans for the studio. We want to get some new things for the new year to make this studio look phenomenal, even better. So stay tuned because it's the Burn Down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Burn Down podcast. I'm Justin, aka the Dapper Cigar, and this handsome gentleman right here.
They gave it to me. I'm Brother Cigar, Eric.
If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, please the subscribe button, and please hit the bell to be notified for every single time I drop a new episode, which is every Friday. Check out their website, burndownpodcast.com. Become a member. It's $5 a month. You get exclusive discounts, and you get entered into a monthly members-only giveaway where we give away cigars, spirits, accessories, and more. We got some things coming for the new year.
Oh my God, it gave
it to me.
Yeah, so, as you guys can see, within the last, when we get this done, September, so it's about 6 months ago, we had some time over the summer. We had some extra cash flow, so we said, let's get a little bit of a new studio.
Fresh paint job.
Yeah, ice cream paint job. Shout out to Duro. So yeah, we wanted the new backdrop, and then we said, hey, the new year, we want a new setup. We've had this look for almost 3 years. I think it's time for a change.
Yeah, we had talked about how could we keep upgrading and how could we get this more into a podcast feel, but hold on to the lounge conversation stuff. But we want to get it more to a podcast feel, kind of a different scenario. We want to get a few more camera angles. So we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna talk about what we have in mind, right? So before we do that, we have to light up our stogies. We have to pour ourselves a drink. You already got a drink from the last episode. I'm gonna get a fresh one.
Sorry.
But let's do that. What are you smoking today?
Today I have a personal favorite, a very underrated cigar that not many people are talking about. And it's the Punch Diablo. And why is it so good? Well, one, the price point is phenomenal. Two, the cigar in itself is beautiful. Beautiful. Draw, ample amount of smoke, great flavors. And in New York, before the ginormous tax cut. Then
Tax hike.
Cut
nothing.
I wish it was a cut. Tax hike. And it was around like $8 or $9 a cigar. You can probably get them in other places online and stuff in different states, but it's about $8 or $9.
And they have the smaller size, the Scampy they call it.
Scampy.
That was great. I think wasn't that under our $5 cigar list?
Yes, it was. I believe so. And to go off of that unnecessary hike, we were in New York. We were in Queens a couple weeks ago, and we noticed that in New York City, on top of the 75% tax. What does New York City do? Because it's New York City and they can shove it up their woo-ha. They had $1 to every cigar you buy.
$1. One extra bone saw per stick.
For what reason?
Per stick.
Bullshit.
Because they fucking can.
God, it pisses me off. I put that up a couple weeks ago on Instagram and people would message me, is this real?
It is. 100%.
I'm like, yep, welcome to New York.
Yeah. Think about that. You have a cigar that normally costs you $10. Now it's going to cost you $17.50.
$18.50.
Okay. Well, let me put it this way: if it costs you $10, it probably already before they did the 75%, it was maybe already whatever it was 30%. So figure that $10 is now going to go $15, and then another $1, $16, extra 60% on top.
They did not give it to me.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
So I'm smoking. I've had this for a while.
That looks interesting.
And I've been wanting to smoke it. I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. So this is the Fat Bottom Betty.
Fat Bottom Girls.
Fat Bottom Girls, we make the right.
It's got like a tapered foot at the bottom over there?
No, it's a closed foot at the bottom. And this is from Deadwood Tobacco Company. I believe this is a Drew Estate
I think so. I think
collaboration.
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway, Fat Bottom Betty looks to be a Robusto, maybe a little bit thicker. And it's got a closed foot. And I'm going to be drinking what you're drinking as well. But let me get the fresh one.
Get a fresh brewski, a brouhaha, a Teddy brewski, a Teddy Brostoyevsky.
Want to get a Teddy Brostoyevsky?
You want a brewski? 1, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god!
So we're gonna knock back a couple Teddy Brewskis, and we're gonna light these up. We'll be right back. Whoa!
What do you got there?
Whoa!
What do you got there? Talk to me.
So, I don't know. I don't think this is a flavored stick. I don't think so. But you want to talk about like cinnamon, nutmeg, clove. Holy shit.
Okay. Fat bottom girls.
Like the first pull, it was so strong I thought it was flavored.
Yeah, you were like, whoa.
The first pull was so strong. And not like body-wise. I mean, this looks to be a full-bodied smoke. But the flavor-wise, like the taste on my lips, holy shit. Talk about like fall or autumn-esque flavors. The cinnamon, the clove, the nutmeg. Holy shit, dude.
Do you like it?
I do like it, but I was surprised.
You were. I thought something happened. You're like, whoa.
Are you shocked?
Are you shocked?
I feel shocked.
Are you shocked? Why are you shocked? So anyways, all right. Justin's got a flavorful fall autumn bomb in his cigar. So he's going to enjoy that. And we're going to talk about some of the new plans for the studio. So as Justin is really enjoying that cigar.
Does that even count?
What?
Fucking, like, didn't even smoke it yet.
Dude, is that the earliest? Is that the fastest rookie move?
That could be literally the fastest.
Let me see the debris on there.
It's right on my.
It's got to count, dude.
Of course it count, but like
that was a minute into the cigar.
It's not even lit fully yet. Fucking A. All right. Well, that's the first one, baby.
Today's date is February 2022.
We didn't even make the bet yet.
Justin, rookie moves.
Holy shit! Literally, you know what it was? It was the closed foot fell off. But
you gotta play it smart, son. You gotta play it smart. You just saw it here first. February 2022. Justin already rookie moves. I think I might have to time that from the time you smoked it, time that you started lighting it, to the time it dropped.
It's got to be a minute and a half.
That was wild.
I mean, some people take the foot, they take the closed foot off, right? They like twist it and pull, much like you do with a pigtail.
Yeah. I like burning it, though.
I go right through it.
Yeah.
But that happens.
Rookie move.
Rookie move. So that's the first one. So I'm leading the pack 1-0, I guess.
Hey, that's a good start for you, boy.
We don't even know what the deal. Excuse me.
Whoa.
We don't even know what the bet was. Yeah, we still have to do the other bet.
Well, that's what we talked about. We said we're gonna do in the springtime. Mm-hmm. I'm not wearing no sundress and no goddamn 2 feet of snow out here in the 12-degree weather. You kidding me?
So, anyway, the new studio look. So the first thing that we'll talk about, and I think it's this.
It's a sign, dude. The chairs are making noises. It's saying, "Erky, get rid of me. I need to get out of here."
So we're gonna get a new setup, and we're thinking more along the lines of a podcast feel, right? One of the things that Eric made a point is that we feel like we're kind of leaning this way.
I'm always
but we're looking at you guys, but we're leaning this way. We're looking at you. So
sometimes I've noticed, like I'll be leaning back and I talk kind of far, and the audio isn't so good. Right. So I want to be open the microphone. Right.
So we're thinking, how do we do that? Well, we have to turn and kind of face each other, but then we have to get rid of the chairs in the lower setting. So Eric, tell them what we're going to get.
So for a while, to bring it back, we wanted to get a setup prior to COVID happening. March of 2020, when COVID really blew up, we were just about to buy a whole new setup, and we were going to invite one of our guests in here for an in-person guest interview. And then COVID happened of March 2020, and it blew all that out of whack. So then we kind of just stuck with what we had. So that's why we painted the wall. We added some new additions to the wall, new pictures and stuff like that. And I said, I don't know, man. I want a new feel. I want to go back to what we were looking for because we were looking for like a high top table. Hey, look at that thing. That thing is smoking.
Smirking.
We wanted like a.
I feel like I'm putting
like an incense. In the name of the Father.
In the name of the Father,
Son, and Holy Spirit.
What's that from Goonies? Remember the guy, the singer from the when Chunk sees the Italians, the Fratellis.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like,
I got no idea what they say. But we wanted to revisit that idea. And so for a while, we were looking at like bar high top tables and bar seats that were really high. We were looking at that for a while. And then Justin was like, dude, it's going to look out of proportion because this and that. I said, all right. So he said countertop's a good look.
The counter height, yeah. Counter height's between like a dinner table and a bar height. Yeah. Counter's right in between.
So I said, that's a good idea. So we started looking on Craigslist. We were looking on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and all that stuff. And we came across a guy on Craigslist who builds tables. And we just went to inquire, and he made some really nice stuff. Very fairly priced. So we inquired about it, and we're getting a table made as we speak, which is pretty freaking cool. So we'll have a custom table. And then we just got to find some chairs. But if you go on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, there's people getting rid of chairs left and right. So we can get some nice chairs for cheap. So that's the big thing. We want to get a new table, a new setup, because we want to make it, not to say it, but we want it more like look like a Joe Rogan-esque. We want the table, want to be looking at you. And then this is the other new spot. We want to have 2 new cameras. And not just cameras. We went on bnh.com. So shout out to bnh.com. All your technology and audio and all your good needs.
Not sponsored by them, but shout out to them.
No, they were really good and customer friendly because you can chat with them online. So I gave this person from B&H a whole storyline. I said, this is what I want. This is what we're looking to do. What are some good cameras? This is what the cameras that we thought of. And he's like, well, you don't want that camera. One, because it doesn't record for longer than 30 minutes. It's not meant for podcasting and recording. It's better more for pictures, blah, 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 blah. So he pointed me to this camcorder. I'm like, camcorder? What is this, 1996?
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I just kept thinking camera. I had no idea that camcorder was still a thing.
He told me a camcorder. So it's a camcorder like, I don't know, maybe a foot long maybe, right?
No, maybe less than that.
Okay, 10 inches.
It doesn't matter. It's a small camcorder.
Yeah, it's like a cylinder, and it has a pop-out screen like, your dad in 1998. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, this is the best for podcasting. And I go, all right. So our plan is to have 2 camcorders, and then our camera in the middle, and then we're going to have an angle for Justin, an angle for me, and see how it goes.
And, I mean, it's going to open up a lot of different avenues. And one being, we're going to free up, well, a couple of things. One thing is that it's going to be more, we're going to be sitting more upright, okay? We're going to be facing each other. You're going to have better audio. It's going to look more like a podcast because we're going to have the high top. We're going to be facing, you're going to have the angle where you see both of us. You're going to have an angle seeing, just myself and just Eric. So whenever we each go off and talk for more than, 10 seconds at a time, we can switch to the camera, much like a Joe Rogan podcast. If anybody watches Joe Rogan, shout out to Joe Rogan. But it also opens up where we'll now have, the mixer can be kind of on the table. You'll see the electronics a little bit, give it a little bit cooler feel. We'll have another phone freed up because right now we're using both of our phones. So we'll have a phone to free up that we could research stuff quicker. Yeah. We have the laptop that'll be there. We can research stuff quicker. And then it gives us more space in case we want to have an in-person guest. Because right now we only have 2 chairs. And we can't really have an in-person guest. The only in-person interviews we've had are at lounges, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But now, if we wanted to have even a friend or a family member, we want to bring them on for the show, come in, pull up another chair, bang.
And you just brought, gave me an idea with the computer on the table. Like right now, we really can't use the computer because it kind of looks awkward with our setup here. But if we have a computer and we could use this TV over here, like in a different place. Kind of be like a database, and we can almost like make episodes on the fly because we have access to the internet and the computer right then and there, and we can research articles, pull up videos and whatnot, and get more instant access to things online. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of new things that come with the new setup. So we're stoked about it. I mean, it's going to have a whole new feel. We're going to keep these chairs, put them over in the corner so that, whenever we have people over and want to hang out, we can, put the table or turn the table sideways or whatever. And we still have the table and the chairs and stuff, but it's going to be a new feel.
It's almost like, because like even when you have like people over, it's going to be a pretty decent sized table. So you might be able to fit like 4 or 5 people, and you could just sit here.
You can fit 4. You can fit 4 people. The size of the table is what? 30 inches wide, which I believe is from like knee to knee, probably. Like middle of me to middle of you.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less.
Yeah, my hand's about a little more than 6 inches, so 6, 12, 18, 24.
Yeah, so I'm thinking from like here, like middle of me to middle of you is kind of the width of the table, but it's a 4-inch overhang, so we're gonna be, we're gonna be scooting under it.
Yeah.
So the microphones are probably gonna be a little bit further apart, but the length of the table is what, 48 or 40?
I think we said to the edge of this table is
48.
4 feet.
Yeah, 4 feet.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 4 feet long. So when you can technically have 4 people on a 4-foot table.
Oh, I can't wait. I want it.
And then we have extra microphones that we can use, and we're thinking about even potentially upgrading the microphones, depending how the audio works, or even getting boom mics. Not boom mics. The arms. I forgot what they call them. We'll see.
I thought they were boom mics.
I don't know. Maybe they call them boom. I don't know what they call them, but we'll see. That's potentially. We'll see how this works because we don't want big arms in the way. If this works just fine, we'll just keep these. It's discreet. It's not like this big huge thing in the middle of of the view. So I think it's going to be.
And I just think as we get a newer look, we're only going to get more ideas to make that experience just a little bit better. But I just can't wait to get the table, man. We've been looking for a while. We found one. I was talking to this person on OfferUp. There was a nice size table with 4 chairs. It would have been perfect. And her post was like, looking to get rid. First of all, it's been on the app for 4 months, so no one's bought it. And the description was like, looking to get rid of it before we move. So I'm like, I guess you haven't got rid of it yet. So what she wanted was a little high, and we didn't
4 bills.
She wanted 4 bills. It came with 6 chairs, a leaf. I said, listen, I'll give you this. I'll give you almost half for just the table and 2 chairs, 3 chairs. And she's like, no, it's expensive, and it's not negotiable. And I'm like, well, not negotiable. You had it for 4 months, and you said you wanted to get before you move. So either A, you didn't move, or 2, you just brought it with you and you're stuck with it. So
A or 2,
whatever. Because it brought us to this person on Craigslist who's making us a new table.
I love it.
Next. So, anyways, but yeah, I think I'm just looking for, because I don't like. We've been turning the whole time. Like, it's good to. It gives a cigar lounge vibe because this is how you really sit. But things change. People adapt and evolve, and that's what's happening right now.
It changed, like exactly what you said. You got to adapt. You got to kind of constantly make moves. I think it's going to be a great addition, especially the cameras. They're going to be fantastic, and it's going to have that. We wanted the cameras that have the blurred background look. So the camcorders, they have great zoom on them. So we can put them away and zoom in the blurred background. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna look professional. But another thing that we're thinking for this, talking about upgrading the things that we're gonna do for 2022. We got our cigar coming out, baby. Okay.
Oh my God!
So that's big. I got my nose is like.
You know what you didn't do in the beginning of the episode?
What?
You knew your spiel.
I did do the spiel.
Did you?
Yeah, I did do the spiel. I did it real fucking quick though.
I don't even remember.
I did it.
You did it so fast, I couldn't even keep memory of it.
I got you, bro.
Damn, son.
So we got the cigars coming out, right? And everything is on pace. Okay, so by the time this comes out, we might actually have our first boxes. But one of the things Eric and I talked about is we want to start doing more event episodes, cigar lounge episodes. So, meaning going to a lounge and doing an episode in the lounge.
Yeah. So the status of the cigars is that all the cigars are made. And now we're just waiting on the design and the boxes to be made. So apparently, where we're getting the cigars made, which is a cigar region, which we're not going to say yet, but they have a lot of days off in the month of January. So production,
you could probably figure out where it's being made.
Yeah. So put the clues together. But
Well, I think we've said where it was made before, though.
the fucking DR.
It's being made in the Dominican Republic, but it's not a Dominican Puro.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
blend.
it's being made in the Dominican Republic.
So, so apparently in the DR, they have a lot of holidays, a lot of days off in the month of January. So production's kind of slow. So this is the time. End of January, beginning of February, the things start to ramp up. So hopefully by this time the episode comes out, we're either right there to having it or we already have it. So our thought process is when, we'll offer a cigar lounge who wants to buy boxes. If they buy X amount, hey, we'll sponsor your lounge and we'll do an episode, all about your lounge, and we'll kind of make it like an event. So
all the lounges out, if there's any lounges that are listening or people that that you work at a lounge or you might know the lounge, but the idea is that, we'll provide the cigar. Obviously, you buy the cigars. We're not going to give you cigars for free, but you buy the cigars, okay? And it's a win-win for everybody because you get the cigars that you can then sell and turn a profit on. Okay, so you get more inventory. You get a unique cigar. I think it might be the only cigar out there that has a podcast like directly associated with the cigar.
Yeah, like there's been cigars with like, hey, this is a cigar, by blah, blah, blah. But like they don't actually have their own line.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're the only, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that we're the only, podcast that has a cigar that's directly related. Not like, okay, for instance, Drew Estate has a cigar and they were on a podcast, right? We are actually a podcast. So to get back to my point is we sell the cigars, so obviously helps us. You get cigars for your shop, a new cigar that's just come out. You can sell it, you make profit. So that's one win-win. The second win-win is we'll do an episode in your lounge or in your shop to we'll interview you, interview the owners, interview the people that work there, and we'll have a full episode. So you get free publicity and advertisement about your episode, and we also get content.
And the key on that is that cigar lounges, you can't really promote. You really can't advertise, hey, Johnny's Cigar Lounge at 123 Main Street. You come on down.
Well, you can't do it on TV.
Can't do it
and
on
you can't really do it on any like the radio.
Can't do it on paper.
You have to. You can't. Only advertising you can do is maybe like Cigar Aficionado.
Yeah.
Or like GQ maybe, but you can't.
Social media.
Yeah, you can do social media and stuff, but you can't really. How many YouTube channels and podcasts do you know where it's directly targeting cigar smokers? Like everybody who listens to us and watches us smokes cigars, okay? It's not like, for instance, you can have like a gentleman's podcast or a golf podcast. Yes, people that watch those podcasts or listen to those podcasts may smoke cigars because golfing and cigars is a big thing. The fashion industry and the gentleman industry, people smoke cigars. So yes, there's a portion that do smoke cigars that listen to those shows, but there's a lot of people that don't, right? That they just watch it just for the golf. Whereas with us, everybody that listens and watches smokes cigars. So if you advertise with us, that everybody that listens, your product and your lounge is going to directly affect them.
Yeah.
Right? Or directly target them. Not like, all right, I'm advertising with this golf podcast, and yeah, okay, they have 100,000 followers, but I'm only really going to target maybe 5,000 of them because the rest of them are just there for the golf. They're not there for the cigars. So
100%. And a lot of our listeners and watchers are in New York. So if you're a New York lounge specifically, it's even more targeted because it's very accessible to where we are in New York State. So,
but that's not to say that we don't have, because we actually have followers on, I believe it's 6 continents now. All
just
6 continents. Majority. Or I would say Northeast, like up in
a lot of our listeners. I mean, we have listeners, at least one listener in every state. Shout out.
And at least one listener on every continent.
Shout out. But a lot of it is concentrated in New York, obviously, because we're in New York. So we meet a lot of people in New York. But that's like if you were in California or Florida, you get more people.
Exactly.
So it benefits people a little bit more, I would think, in New York where you are. Not to say if you're in Florida or somewhere else, it wouldn't benefit you. But it's a little more concentrated because we're in New York.
But, if you are from another, even if you're from another fucking country, like, what are our goals for the podcast? Like, the main reason that we do the podcast is to bring people together from all different walks of life that all have something in common, which is smoking cigars, which is why we have athletes, we have singers, we have comedians, we have real estate moguls, we have social media influencers, we have TikTok, right? We have all different people from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life that all have one thing in common, that's cigars. So the goal is we want to just branch out and reach as many people and bring as many people together as possible over a cigar. So one of the plans that we have is to start traveling to different areas to start doing, events and podcasts from these events, podcasts from different lounges. Obviously we'd like to get paid for it. That's, got to pay the bills, got to keep all this stuff. Like none of this stuff is free. We invest all of our own money for the most part in the beginning to get all this stuff up and running. But we appreciate all of, the members. The membership certainly helps keep this up and running.
Memberships will definitely help with the table.
Definitely helps with the table, the merchandise that we've sold. So we appreciate all that. But, eventually you want to get paid for your efforts. You want to get paid for doing this, okay?
Who doesn't want to get paid to smoke cigars,
right?
talk, meet people?
So that's the idea. So that's where, okay, if you'd like for a lounge or whatever, you want to promote your lounge, we could, you could essentially hire us. We come in, we do an episode, we interview you. It's basically like you're paying for your own interview, right? We come in, we interview, we ask you all these different questions, and you can, red carpet's yours, you target. That's where the cigars come in.
And I think that's a big benefit for us. Is like if you're a cigar company, you say, hey, buy 10 boxes, I'll give you 2 free, and that's all you get. But with us, you buy 10 boxes and we'll do an episode.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
It's a gift that keeps on giving. And you can promote it in your lounge constantly. You have a TV up and you can have you on TV and on the Burndown podcast rolling all day.
And people are like, what is that? Like, oh, that's when I was on the Burndown podcast.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah. Gives you a little publicity.
Exactly. And we make little clips that you can put on your Instagram. There's a lot of things that we can provide. And I think the cigars is just another avenue.
Cigars are going to open up a lot of avenues, I think, for us. And it's going to bring a whole new aspect of how we do the podcast. So it's very interesting. It's very exciting.
I'm so stoked for because people have been messaging and DMing and asking, when are they coming out? When are they coming out? When are they coming out? And I'm just so stoked.
Been over a year in the making, baby.
I mean, I just got a brand new shout out to New Air. Okay, little shout out to New Air. They just sent me a brand new beast.
That's a huge bitch
of a humidor. Okay, if you saw it, you probably saw my reel. 1,500 count New Air electric. It comes with the cooling and heating plus the humidification system, but my thought process, now I got to fill it with something. What am I going to fill it with? 10 boxes of ZD.
10 boxes of our own cigars.
So it's going to be...
that thing is huge. I mean, the video doesn't... The video that you put up doesn't do it justice. I mean, you showed it to me on FaceTime. I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, you showed me, like, you're putting your hand there, you're putting a cigar there. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's big. And then not until I walked into your house, I was like, what the hell is this? I mean, that thing was massive.
It's like when he tells you that when he tells you that it's big, and then you finally show up to the house.
And it's big. Bad boy is 125 pounds. Put on the table.
Bam! Put it on the table, so let him see it.
Let him see it.
It's on the table. Let him see it.
Yeah, it is on the table.
That should be a fucking real. Put it on the table, son. Let him see it. Bam.
You should. But yeah, it's wild. So
it's I'm very excited. We're very excited, obviously, to bring the cigar to you guys, and I believe the way that you guys will be able to purchase it, just to kind of go speaking to the future here and let you guys know, is we're going to be partnering with online distributors as well that you can purchase online. And we're obviously going to be going to the brick and mortars because we can't sell it personally. Like we cannot sell it consumer to consumer. We don't have a tobacco license. Pain in the fucking ass to get it in New York. But there's a lot of companies that don't do that. You can just sell business to business, no problem. So you sell it to a business, and then you can get it from the business. So the workaround is online. We can sell it to online business, and we have the link. Like, hey, you want to buy it? Here's the link. It'll be on our website, and it'll just redirect you to their website.
It's a beautiful thing.
So that's how you'll be able to get it. It'll be on the website. So if you go to our website, you'll be able to click it and then purchase it elsewhere.
That's going to be huge.
So...
oh, man, it's going to be good. 2022 is going to be a good year for the Burndown. I can't wait. Let's leave on let's end it on a high note.
All right, we're going to end it there. If you like this episode,
on a high note,
hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to be notified for every single time we drop a new video. It's a new episode every single Friday. We have other videos throughout the week. If you're listening, if you're an audiophile, whatever podcast platform you're on, 5-star rating, highest rating you can. Please subscribe, follow us, drop a review, share it. Eric's going to tell you about the website.
Check out our website, please, and thank you. burndownpodcast.com. Become a member. $5 a month. Exclusive discounts to our partners, which is Nova Cigars, cigarandpipes.com, Kansas Clean Distillery, and Revive Vinyl. Not only that, but you get entered into a monthly giveaway where we're giving away cigars, bourbon, cigar accessories, or you can have a personal Zoom session with your boys Eric and Justin. So become a member, $5 a month, burndownpodcast.com. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for all our members so far. And with
That's going to do it.
That's going to do it. And with that, we're going to say salud, cheers, chin chin. Till next time.